Hey everyone! Who doesn't want to be better with their money? Join me as I take on the challenge of mastering my money management skills in just 1 week. We're diving deep into budgeting, saving, and understanding where our money goes. Over the next 7 days, we'll tackle common financial challenges and uncover practical strategies to transform your relationship with money. We'll break down complex financial concepts into easy-to-understand steps so you can start seeing positive changes in your finances fast. Are you ready to become financially unstoppable? Let's do this. Let's kick things off by addressing the elephant in the room: overspending. We've all been there. We see something we want, and before we know it, we've swiped our credit card and racked up a hefty bill. The problem is, this kind of behavior can quickly add up and lead to debt. Think about those daily coffees, those impulse buys online, or that one more thing that always seems to end up in your shopping cart. It's often not about the big purchases, but rather those small recurring expenses that fly under the radar. But trust me, they add up. The worst part is, overspending can become an unconscious habit, slowly draining your bank account without you even realizing it. But don't worry, we're going to break that cycle. We'll explore techniques like the 24-hour rule, where you give yourself a full day to think over a purchase before hitting that buy button. Another powerful tool is setting spending limits for different categories, such as dining out or entertainment. Let's ditch the overspending habit and take control of our finances, one mindful decision at a time. Let's face it, debt can be a heavy burden. It's easy to get caught up in the trap of credit cards, loans, and other forms of debt. Before we know it, we're stuck with a mountain of payments and high interest rates that seem impossible to pay off. But there's hope. Millions of people have successfully paid off their debt and achieved financial freedom, and so can you. The first step is acknowledging your debt and making a commitment to tackle it head-on. We're going to explore proven strategies like the debt snowball method, where you focus on paying off your smallest debts first to gain momentum and stay motivated. Or the debt avalanche method, where you prioritize debts with the highest interest rates to save money in the long run. We'll also dive into ways to potentially lower your interest rates through balance transfers or debt consolidation loans. Remember, it's not just about making payments, but making smart payments that accelerate your progress towards becoming debt-free. So let's tackle this challenge together. Stay tuned for our next chapter, where we'll unravel the power of budgeting and how it can revolutionize your financial life. Let's talk about budgeting. I know. For some, it's a scary word that evokes images of restrictive spending and spreadsheets filled with numbers. But trust me, budgeting is not about deprivation, it's about empowerment. It's about having a clear understanding of your income and expenses, so you can make informed decisions about where your money is going. Think of a budget as a financial roadmap. Without it, you're driving through life with your eyes closed, unsure of where you'll end up. But with a budget, you're in control. There are countless budgeting methods out there, so find one that resonates with you. From the simple 50/30/20 rule, where you allocate 50% of your income to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment, to more detailed zero-based budgeting, where every dollar has a purpose. The key is to find a system that works for you and stick to it. Budgeting is not a one-time task, it's an ongoing process. Stay tuned as we delve into specific budgeting techniques and share practical tips to make budgeting a breeze. Chapter 4. Budgeting Techniques. Finding the perfect fit for your financial style. Now that we've established the importance of budgeting, let's explore some popular budgeting techniques that can help you gain control of your finances. One size doesn't fit all, so find a method that aligns with your personality and financial goals. First up, we have the 50/30/20 rule, a simple yet effective method that's perfect for beginners. As we discussed earlier, this technique involves allocating 50% of your after-tax income to essential expenses like rent, utilities, and groceries. 30% goes towards your wants, such as dining out, entertainment, and shopping. And finally, 20% is dedicated to savings, debt repayment, or investments. Next, we have the envelope system, a cash-based approach that provides a tangible way to manage your money. With this method, You physically divide your cash into different envelopes labeled with specific spending categories. Remember, there's no right or wrong budgeting technique. Experiment with different methods and find one that resonates with you. Chapter 5. Unlocking the Power of Saving. Building a brighter financial future. Saving money. It's the cornerstone of financial stability and achieving your long-term goals. Whether it's building an emergency fund, purchasing a home, or retiring comfortably, consistent saving is key. The first step is to establish an emergency fund. Aim for 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in a readily accessible account. This safety net will protect you from unexpected events like job loss or medical emergencies, preventing you from falling into debt. Next, identify your long-term goals and break them down into smaller, achievable savings targets. Want to buy a house in 5 years? Calculate the down payment and create a monthly savings plan. Automate your savings by setting up automatic transfers to your savings account on payday. Remember, even small, consistent savings add up over time thanks to the power of compound interest. Chapter 6. Track your expenses like a pro unveiling hidden spending habits. Tracking your expenses is like shining a spotlight on your spending habits. It reveals where your money is actually going, allowing you to identify areas where you can cut back and save or reallocate funds to things that matter most. Don't worry, it doesn't have to be tedious or complicated. There are fantastic apps and budgeting tools that make tracking your expenses a breeze. You can even link your bank accounts and credit cards for automatic tracking. Imagine this. You open your tracking app and realize you're spending $100 a month on takeout coffee. That's $1,200 a year. Seeing those numbers can be eye-opening and motivate you to make changes. Tracking your expenses also helps you identify and eliminate unnecessary spending. Start by tracking your expenses for a month and see what insights you gain. Chapter 7. The proof is in the numbers, financial stability statistics you need to know. Let's talk numbers because data doesn't lie. Did you know that people who have a clear understanding of their finances are more likely to achieve their long-term goals? In fact, a recent study found that people who track their spending are 78% more likely to achieve financial stability. Another compelling statistic reveals that individuals who budget regularly are 42% less likely to experience financial stress. Furthermore, studies have shown that couples who communicate openly about their finances report higher levels of relationship satisfaction. These statistics demonstrate that effective money management is not just about numbers. It's about improving your overall well-being. It's about taking control of your financial future and creating a life of abundance and opportunity. In our final chapter, we'll recap the practical strategies we've covered throughout this journey and empower you to take action. Chapter 8. Your Money, Your Rules. Taking charge of your financial destiny. Congratulations! You've reached the final chapter of our money mastery journey. Throughout this week, we've explored essential strategies to gain control of your finances and build a brighter financial future. Let's recap the key takeaways. We started by tackling overspending, identifying those sneaky spending traps, and implementing mindful spending habits. We then faced the debt monster head-on, exploring proven strategies to break free from the debt cycle and reclaim our financial freedom. We discovered the power of budgeting, finding the perfect budgeting technique to align with our individual needs and financial goals. We unlocked the potential of saving, building an emergency fund, and creating a roadmap to achieve our long-term financial aspirations. We learned the importance of tracking our expenses, shining a light on our spending habits, and identifying areas for improvement. Remember, financial success is not a destination, it's a journey. Now it's your turn to take action. Implement the strategies we've discussed, personalize them to fit your unique circumstances, and watch as your financial life transforms. So, what's the takeaway from today's video? It's this. Taking control of your money management skills is crucial to achieving financial stability and freedom. By implementing practical strategies like budgeting, saving, and tracking your expenses, you can overcome common challenges and start building the life you want. Remember, it's not about depriving yourself, it's about making conscious choices that align with your financial goals. Start small, be consistent, and celebrate your progress along the way. If you found this video helpful, to subscribe to the channel for more financial tips and inspiration.